Hey yo, what's up guys? Welcome back to another one of my videos. So, in this video, I have decided to look over the DC universe, moreover the DC extended universe or the DCEU, and look at what's wrong with it. Many people they just blankly put the blame on Warner Brothers, say they are the main culprit. So let's find out today. And I don't think that Warner Brothers are uh, that bad at making superhero movies because they have already made so many superhero movies. In fact, most of them are DC films. So if I were to give some examples, the Dark Knight trilogy, all the three movies are pretty darn good, man. Batman Begins is one of the greatest movie of all time, and The Dark Knight, man, you've probably heard of it. And and there are many more others like Superman Returns and the Batman films of Michael Keaton, and they're all pretty great. And if you think that the Warner Brothers are not really good at making franchises, so let me tell you, they have made pretty good franchises. The Conjuring universe is theirs, the Monsterverse is theirs, the Harry Potter franchise is theirs. So they know how to make franchises, know how to make trilogies. So what's with DC then? So first of all, not all DC movies are bad. As I told you, Dark Knight, The Batman Begins, Superman Returns, these all are pretty great films. But when it comes to DCEU, many people think that the most of the DCEU films are not that good, and it's true. But there are some pretty darn good films in that as well. Like, let's just start from the beginning, okay? So it all started with Man of Steel, and for context, it was a good film. It was a mass entertainer for a majority of people. It was not super great, but it was not that bad. It was like above average. It was a mainly a popcorn film, but it was pretty dark. So and I think that it's a little bit underrated because I personally loved it. Man of Steel Man is one of the greatest movies. I think so. So that was okay. After that came Batman v Superman. Now this, I've got some mixed feelings because when this arrived in theaters, I went to theaters to watch this, and I was really so excited to watch this because man, the past few days or the past month, DC had hyped it so much that I thought that what could they possibly show in this. Then I went to see Batman v Superman, and I was not really happy because it was, yeah, it was a popcorn film, and it was bad. It was really, really bad. It was pretty empty on some sides. The dialogue writings are not that good, but it's uh, not good. But then Warner Brothers they published the director's cut version of Batman vs Superman, and then I watched it and it was really good. It was really really good, and then I thought that okay, DC had made a mistake. They won't do it again. So, but spoiler alert, they did. So after that came Wonder Woman. Now this was a turning point in DCEU because after the fail of Batman vs Superman, the people thought that DC was never going to see the day of the light, and then Wonder Woman came. I remember I wasn't excited for this film because I had seen Batman vs Superman and I was disappointed very much because growing up as a kid I really loved DC Comics. Not that much of Marvel Comics. Actually, I didn't know much of the Marvel Comics except for a few of Spider-Man's or one or two X-Men comics. I didn't know much. So I was uh, I was not that excited, But then one of my friends saw the film and he recommended it to me. Then I saw the film without any expectations, and man, oh man, it was a really good film, man. So yeah, it was also the same tone. It was also a darkish tone, like Batman versus Superman and Man of Steel, but it was also pretty darn good. Yes, and I thought that this was the turning point of DC. From now on, DC will make really great films, and the Suicide Squad came, not the James Gunn version, the David Ayer version, and the theatrical cut. So after Wonder Woman, I got my ass and decided to see Suicide Squad, and I'm not gonna lie to you, I loved Harley Quinn. But the rest of the movie was pretty empty in some places, pretty empty, and I just thought that um, it didn't keep me as entertained as the latest James Gunn Suicide Squad did. So uh, that was a no for me. But then again, Warner Brothers released the David Ayers cut of the movie, and it was again darn good. So I thought, okay, second time, DC did it. Okay, second time. Third time, they won't do it. But then came the Justice League, which was previously directed by Zack Snyder, but after directing half of it, he got into some personal trouble and he did not continue the work. But Josh Whedon, who directed Avengers 1 and Avengers Age of Ultron, completed the movie, and I would say it was pretty bad. I mean, the VFX was it was really bad, and I was see, I am a really huge fan of The Flash because I watched the TV series. Yeah, I'm a pretty huge fan of The Flash, and that moment when Josh Whedon dropped Flash on Wonder Woman, I mean, I was like disappointed. I was like, my favorite character. I don't know, man. It was like the worst moment of the movie. Then the VFX was so bad, so bad. Even one YouTuber edited the Justice League, the 2017 one, and it was better than the theatrical cut of the movie, and it was pretty bad. So yeah, I don't like that movie, the 2017 movie. But after that came Aquaman, which was completely different from any of the traditional DC movies. It was light, it was colorful, it was also a little fun to watch, and it was pretty damn good. I remember going there to see the movie with one of my friends, and he was like, really, he didn't watch much of DC films. I guess he watched the Dark Knight trilogy, and he was a pretty Marvel nerd. So we got together to see the Aquaman, and we loved it. We really, really loved it. And so, yes, it was a pretty nice film. And I remember my friend telling that, oh, I used to hear that DC makes dark tone film, and I don't find this dark. I said that, yeah, this is not dark. This is light. It is a colorful movie. I like it. So after that, Shazam came, which was also a super hit. It was a mass entertainer movie. It was also light. It was also colorful. It was great. But then, after three, three, 4 years, after 4 years, Warner Brothers released the Zack Snyder's original director's cut version of the Justice League, which was 4 hours long, a pretty long ass film. But I remember watching it and I was like, man, how could you do that, Josh? How? I mean, Okay, no spoilers. I will not give any spoilers to this. You need to go watch this. You need to go and watch this shit because it's pretty good. If if this cut was released in the theaters, the everyone would go mad because it's a 4 hour long film and it's pretty good. It's one of the best DCU films, and I don't know why they did not release it. Yeah, they could have reduced the length. There are many slow motion scenes. They could have just reduced them, and some pretty long scenes. They could have reduced them, but overall, the tone of the movie, the action sequences, and at the climax, the Flash's time traveling, man, it's really really good. It's really good. Yeah, and it is one of my personal favorites now. Okay, so before Zack Snyder's Justice League, there also came the Birds of Prey, which I don't think takes place in the DC extended universe, but it was a pretty good movie. Yeah, and the Joker was also, it does not take place in the extended universe, but it was also a pretty nice movie. And then we have Wonder Woman 1984. Now this. Many people say they like this movie, and I also like this movie, but I found it kind of empty, and the action sequences on this movie are not that great. I think people found it enjoyable because it was locked down and no films were releasing, and during this time, a superhero film releasing, especially a Wonder Woman film, I guess that people found it really interesting, and that's why they liked it. And it was also pretty a colorful, bright movie, and unlike not the typical DC film. Yeah, and so then we have the Suicide Squad, and man, it was it. First of all, let me congratulate James Gunn. He's a great director. Man, if you have watched Guardians of the Galaxy, it's his creation. Volume 2, it's his creation. The Suicide Squad, it's his creation. I mean, he's the most craziest directors of all time, man. It's just crazy. You know what? I'm not gonna say much about it. You need to go see it. You need to go see it right now, and come back and watch the rest of the video. Okay, so if we see it now this way, then most of the DCU films are good. Um, except for a few, the Batman vs Superman in theaters was not a hit. The Joss Whedon's Justice League was not a hit, and the Suicide Squad of 2016, the David Ayers, the theatrical cut was not a hit. So apart from these three movies, most of the DC films have done pretty good. But here's the thing: many people don't want to watch dark and serious movies. Most of the people want to watch bright, colorful, enjoyable films because I don't know, they just like to watch it. I personally like darker films, and if you want more videos like this, please do leave a like and give a comment on this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.